I'm Goddess Dealana, and you're watching Orgasm Central TV.
So, how did you get started in this industry?
I actually got started, surprisingly enough, on Facebook dating. This was 3 years ago, um, just regular vanilla dating. And one of the guys who clicked on my profile started asking me how would I feel, like how would it make me feel if I had power over a man, particularly a white man. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's just like, well, what if I served you wine while you were with your girlfriends? What if what if you led me around on a leash? Would that make you feel powerful? And I was just at first like, that might be kind of weird. Like, I don't know. But that's how it started. He would ask me those questions. And then he asked me, did I know what an FLR was? And I go, no. And he said, well, it's a female led relationship. And then he started telling me about his ex-girlfriend, which later I found out that was his first dom. But he's like, yeah, I was dating this black lady and she wouldn't let me touch her. And after about 3 months, I go, what are we doing? You allow me to do things to you, but you never touch me. Like, do you like me? Like, what are we doing? And he said that was when she dropped the bomb and she said, you need to be comfortable never ever having an orgasm again because you are just I think he says she told him you're just a lowly man. You'll never be worthy of serving a woman such as myself. And if you want to continue to have me in your company, you have to be comfortable in chastity. And she explained chastity to him. And then, but in his own words, he was pussy free from that point on. And boom. So he was looking for another Dom, but I guess he was trying to top from the bottom, so to speak, and make his own Dom from, a more vanilla person off of Facebook dating. But it ended up backfiring because once I learned what it was, he didn't like it. So it's like he wanted to make another Dom, I guess, but be in control too. Yeah. But that's how I got started. It opened up a whole can of worms and I discovered a whole other side of myself. Yeah.
So what do you love most about your work?
I love the power play. I love the power exchange. I've learned that I am a sadist and I get to fulfill that need within myself. Uh, but what I love most about it is that feeling of ultimate power over someone. Someone would willingly submit their body to me, their wallet, their money, their time. Um, just servitude to me it is amazing. It's an amazing power rush.
And what was your favorite scene to shoot?
My favorite scene would be probably trampling. One I shot in New York back in September with um, Mistress Marley and Goddess Rue. They are Brooklyn based DOMs, but they hosted a goddess workshop. And a part of that was allowing us to film. And I did my first trampling with heels, and that was very thrilling. And now I want to really, really get into trampling. And I've been doing trampling sessions since then. And those are my favorite.
So what studios are you dying to shoot with?
I don't know. I mean, when I was in London, Baywater Bridge, Bay Bridgewater Dungeon, I would have liked to shoot there, But honestly, I don't really know. I'm still new in the pro arena. I've only been doing pro doming for a little over a year now. So I'm still unfamiliar with studios. I just know of some dungeons.
Hmm. All right. Here's one of those long-winded questions. According to the 2022 Free Speech Coalition, 46% of adult workers have been restricted on services like PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. 36% of adult performers have lost at least one bank account. 55% have been denied insurance because of their background, and half have been denied a loan because of sex work. What do you think of those statistics?
I think it's appalling. I actually talk about this a lot. I think it's so hypocritical of society, I guess, or our leaders to condemn sex workers for the work that we do when you could easily use your MasterCard or PayPal or whatever to purchase things that harm people like alcohol, tobacco. Nowadays, you can buy cannabis online, cannabis products, THC products, like things that can inhibit people's mental function. And violence, we can purchase violence anytime we want to. A lot of these officials who make laws indulge in pornography. They engage with sex workers. Like, I just find it extremely hypocritical and appalling that that is the norm in society. So shout out to Belgium with the new laws that they passed for sex workers, as far as health care and time off, all those kinds of things. So yeah, it's sad.
So what do you think people can do to help sex workers?
I would love for people to advocate a bit more on behalf of sex workers. As a veteran, I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I've done some advocating for disabled Marines on Capitol Hill. And I think that the movement for sex work on a federal level is important. All that work is important. And I would encourage people just to learn, use Google, read books. Don't let your biases. I think people have allowed their personal beliefs about things to infringe on other people's civil liberties. And I think that at the bottom of it, like, you don't have to be an advocate. You don't have to be saying it's something that you agree with, so to speak, or you condone, but you should at least allow other people to have the choice and the freedom of expression. So I would just say advocate for civil rights on behalf of everyone, as long as it's, you know, adult over 18 or 21 or whatever it is. Other people could mind their business. So I just think people just need to be a bit more open minded and think big picture, not just about their own personal likes or dislikes.
So, what makes you stand out in this industry?
Hmm. I think what makes me stand out in the industry is my openness. I'm extremely, I would say, frank or direct about who I am and what I do. I am a business owner as well. Like, I own, you see, I'm in Scrubs. I own a med spa, and I don't mix the two, obviously, but I also don't hide it. Like, I don't hide my BDSM participation, that side of myself, that I am a pro dominatrix. It specializes in financial domination. I don't hide that. And I think that's what helps me stand out. People, they like that confidence. It inspires people. And I love being inspirational to others. My vast life experience and also my enthusiasm to be curious and learn and grow. And I do think that's what helps me stand out. I'm always curious, and I'm a yes person too. I'm always up for my next adventure, and yeah.
So, how do you want people to remember you in this industry?
Hmm. I want people to remember me for just being unapologetically myself. You know, like I'm eclectic. I know when it comes to marketing and in anything, whether it be the BDSM space, whether it's just anything vanilla, there has to be like this consistency there. But I think what I want people to remember about me is how eclectic I am, what a chameleon she was, and she still was able to um excel and go forward even with all the changes. Like I've changed my career probably 5 times in my life, and I've reinvented myself so many times. But I'm an all or nothing person. So I think the legacy I want to leave behind is do you, like, really, really, like, we are put on earth to live in a physical body, like experience all the things that this earth plane has to offer. So I want to be remembered for being that person that did whatever she wanted to do.
And one last question: where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years, I see myself retired as far as having to work to make a living. I see myself as a published author. I'm writing a book right now, actually. I see myself maybe having done a TED talk. I see myself higher up in BDSM world as an advocate for women of color, actually people of color, because men too, but in this space, um, creating more spaces and possibly being a dungeon owner. I would love to open my own dungeon as well. So 5 to 10 years from now, I'll have been instructing, have a dungeon, a published author, and retired ish. Yeah. And a world traveler.
Nice.